Oh, chat. Oh, dear chat. Did you all think that I was going to just not stream because there aren't some arbitrary number of people just watching the stream? Did all of you think that I would just not stream because I declared that we have to reach 15 viewers in 15 minutes or it's not worth it? I'm here to tell you that you are all worth it, which is why, of course, I am streaming today as normal. There shall be no tomfoolery. There shall be no trickery. There shall be no weird, crazy shenanigans. It is just another Friday stream with Maddie. And if there are 5 of you here, or there are 50 of you here, or there's 0, the stream will still happen. And that is the difference between caring about your community and caring about numbers. So, chat, welcome yet again to a Friday stream on my channel. I trust all of you know who I am, but if you do not, I am Maddie Two Shoes. And I with much difficulty had to ignore chat for this short experiment in the beginning to emphasize that you are all important, that numbers don't matter as much as the people. No weird crazy shenanigans. We're not writing SQL today. We are definitely writing SQL today. So welcome in. First of all, congratulations, Steffi, for being first, obviously. But also, White Panther, Sociable Steve, and Loose. I hope you all have a lot of fun outside in real life, where you should be. And please pass my congratulations on to Dr. Dynamite. Or I believe he has now been tied down a little bit more. Officially. Also, welcome in By Night Singularity. Very nice to see you. We will not be viewers counted towards this arbitrary goal. That's right, White Panther. Arbitrary indeed. Yost, welcome into you as well. Very nice to see you here. Jay Walter, I don't know what happened to the drop game. It should be working but isn't. There may be some thing going wrong there. I need to check. I need to check that out. Ian, when you Ian, welcome in, by the way. When you tooted, I giggled. I just want you to know that when you tooted into the stream, I giggled and it was very funny. Welcome in, Brocco. Very nice to see you as well. It's good to see you again. And who else is here? Jay Walter, do I count? You all count. That's the point. This wasn't clickbait. It was an experiment. It's not the same thing. We need a better drop game, clearly. Oh, you mean like Chaos Balls or something. SQL is still dumb. Yos, I sense that you may be struggling with SQL a little bit. This initial experiment, title screen, first 15 minutes of stream, was to emphasize that all of you are equally important to me. And although I am creating a product that is very much about numbers and tracking data and looking at figures, I want you all to remember that the people in the community are the ones that make a stream. It's not about a number on a screen for me, and that's why it's not clickbait. It's a turnaround, feel good type of experiment, let's say. Let's see if we can fix the drop game. we can go to Pixel Plush and we can attempt to re-authenticate. Maybe it's just an authentication thing. In the meantime, we should probably also change our stream title, because I don't think it applies anymore. And struggling with not having learned enough for 10 years and then having tried something completely new to me and not immediately understanding it earlier, I worked around it. Joost, what was the issue you were struggling with in particular? What's the SQL concept or function even that you're struggling with? I'd love to know. Subqueries in my subqueries. That's not my favorite place to be. Definitely not. Also, chat, is the stream lagging for you at all? Like audio video desync kind of thing. I made some changes. I'm going to be making some more changes this weekend, notably reinstalling OBS entirely from scratch. And I would love to know if there's any problems, and if there are problems, then please do tell me. What are we doing today? We are... Can anyone guess what we're doing today? It's Friday. I was trying to do a loop with a variable to run multiple queries in a programmatic sequence, and I was probably not understanding delimiters. Ooh, that... Wow, that's quite an earful, Joost. That's quite an earful. Okay. I don't know how to answer that question, Joost. Jay Walter says, deleting a row versus setting a field in a row. Best performance. Field column, whatever. Best performance. You mean what performs better? Is that what you mean, Jay Walter? Because I wouldn't be able to answer you specifically on what performs better. Also, Exegete, welcome in. Nice to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for joining. Trying to fix the theory. Delete uses table lock versus row lock when updating. Yeah. Oh, I know why the drop game isn't working, because Easter is a premium theme. I think that's why. Can share another time. Didn't want to make it seem like I was asking for advice. Never mind Twitter needing an edit button. Twitch chat. Twitch chat does not need an edit button, Joost. That would be truly catastrophic, in my opinion. Hide until drop. Yes. Okay. Grant Twitch permissions. Ah, I think permissions expired. You see, chat, I yeeted Chrome off my machine. I completely deinstalled Google Chrome.
Nice.
Tasty. Thank you very much, Ian, for those 100 bits. I appreciate that very much. Personal delete message button. Just for you. With Chaos Ball, themes are free. I think because there's one theme. Where is the... Oh no. How do I find... Oh no, that's the premium one. Hold on. Easter. Click to copy. Okay, here we go. Also, I'm going to run a quick ad now because I didn't run it in the beginning so that I didn't influence the 15 minutes. So if you're not subscribed, you may get a short 30-second ad. Should help your Mac breathe while OBS is encoding. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. And that is exactly the process, Steffi. Windows Server. Windows Server, in my case on Mac, Windows Server is a process that runs in the background. It's apparently to draw windows, like to draw the actual windows on your displays. And with external monitors, Windows Server tends to run really high when you have Chrome installed. There's actually an open bug ticket on it. I have 2 external displays, and so that problem for me is pretty bad. And so I yeeted Chrome, all of its nefarious components like Keystone, and installed Brave, which is essentially the same thing, just with crypto Web3 stuff in it, and not from Google. And honestly, performance of Windows Server is kind of shocking. It went from something like 60% usage to like 20%. It went down by 40 percentage points, which is pretty scary, significant. So let me just see if we can update the drop game here so we can get that working again. Pixel push drop, pixel push drop. All right, let's see if we can test this out. Okay, let's test the drop game. Okay, there we go. That seems to cooperate. So my drop didn't work though. But Jay Walter, your drop worked. What? Let's try that again. Maybe it hadn't loaded yet. Normally that should be around 10%, and with Chrome installed it can go as high as 80%, probably Google just collecting data. Actually, so it seems that the root cause of the Windows Server process, they haven't found why it runs so high with external displays. What they found is that with external displays and with external displays plugged in, it runs super high. They don't know what the root cause is. They just know that it is dependent on external displays. But yeah, I couldn't tell you why that happens that way. That being said, there's an official Chrome bug ticket open for it. It is actually being looked at as an issue. So it's not just some people complaining about poor performance or something like that. It is legitimately that, that serious. So yeah, I think we should change up the music, probably. What do you think, chat? I feel like we could change up the music a bit. Right, that's on the trappy one, and the trappy one is like, you can only drop once per drop game, Jay Walter. You gotta wait till the next reset. Okay, play alerts through that. Forgot to set that before. All right. So I'd love to show all of you the result of what we did last stream, because actually it is very satisfying.
We're going outside!
Actually not. Actually not. Not today, Finite. So let me show you all. Let's dive right in. Also, like I said before, if the stream is lagging or if it's like audio video desync stuff, then tell me, because there's probably something still running somewhere that I forgot or something that's causing problems, or I don't know, it's just OBS. Yeah, Exegete. That's the one you wanted. Steffi got it for you. So let's dive in. And let's change the music up. Let's get to here. Who is it today? Oh my gosh. Jigglypuff. Oh my gosh. Jigglypuff comes up a lot. A lot. Surprisingly. Didn't realize Jigglypuff would come up so often. So let's change music, chat. Let's change music. What are we feeling today, chat? Give me suggestions. We could go for aesthetic chill. Trap beats is what we were playing now. This one. We could go for deep and low beats, techno, hard underground techno, lo-fi, deep and low beats. All right, let's see what that one's like, chat. Let's do like this. Where is that? It's over here. Musica. I prefer the soft above ground techno. Is that like, if that were in Pokemon terms, it would be like Diglett techno. So this is the deep and low beats. The smooth jazz of techno. It'd be fun to have like a smooth jazz. Erotic Lounge is kind of interesting though. I listened to it the other day. It's pretty interesting. It's a bit slow. Uh-oh. Did we get Panther Chicken today? Panther Chicken! I love Panther Chicken. I love Panther Chicken. Yoast. Oh, question. Is there a way to channel one app's audio to OBS? Does Loopback do that? I could only figure out how to do it for all desktop audio, but I was using the free black hole. Oh, you ask me such great questions, Yoast. So on macOS, I'm going to be making a video about this, by the way, very soon, and releasing it on my YouTube channel. Because everybody asks me this all the time. There are 3 ways that you can capture audio. The first way is the way that you described, using Black Hole. This is a free product from Rogue Amoeba. So you have this existential audio, I believe it's called, or sorry, not Rogue Amoeba, existential audio. It's a virtual audio driver. What that means is that when you have your audio set up in such a way that you route your output to Black Hole, and what you do is you create a multi-aggregate device as an output, and then you will have both oh, I should have drift correction off. You will have both the Black Hole and your headphones that you use to listen to your desktop audio as your output device. So that's my current device that I have output is streaming. That's the name of mine. That is the first method, and you can do just that if you want. And then in OBS, what you'll do is you will have that, you will have it like this. You'll have your Black Hole 2 channel, which is the streaming input, as an input. Now, what you can also see here is that I have a secondary input called music. The way that I'm doing that, which I will share with you, but I have to close my preview for a second. The way I am doing that is actually, if you go to here, let me just activate studio mode so we don't mess this up. If you go to here, so this is the other option for you, Joost, is you can create.
Can't do it. We'll do it live.
We are going to show this live.
No. We'll do
That's
it
right.
live. Fuck it.
We're going to show this live.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
We're doing this absolutely live, chat. In before he F's up OBS. No, I'm yeeting OBS over the weekend, so I can pretty much do anything I want right now. What you do is you create a browser source. You create a browser source, and in that browser source, you put your music source. So for example, like the streamer's Mubert solution, or you could technically put SoundCloud or Spotify web in here, right? And then you set control audio via OBS, and you will get a dedicated source for this. Now, the problem with that is that if it's something like Spotify, then to change the track, you would have to click interact in OBS. You would have to click the interact mode, this one here, this little icon on the bottom here. You can see this, right? Yeah. You'd have to click this little interact icon on your source and have this window open to change your tracks, unless you just used media keys or something like that. In theory, you could do it with hotkeys, but you wouldn't see the information here, so you'd have to include it on stream as an overlay, for example. The way that this doesn't appear is it's just 1 by 1 pixel, so you never see it. So it's transparent. Now, that's the second way. The third way is by using a solution that routes app level audio. And there are a couple, but the one that I know that other streamers use and have experience with and say works quite well is Loopback. The problem is it's not free. This is very misleading. The download itself is free. That's correct. And you can use it for 15 minutes, I think, without any loss of quality. But then you will need to buy a license. And the license is $99 US. It is a one-time fee, but yeah, you will need to pay for a license for that. Those are the three solutions. So to summarize, this is good practice for the video actually. Number one, you can route all your desktop audio through Black Hole, which you should do probably. Number two, you should include music or audio sources or apps even as a browser source and control the audio directly via OBS. Or you can... Mongosaurus! Oh my gosh, we haven't had Mongosaurus in a while. Yeah. So yes. Or you can use a solution like Loopback, which has the ability to capture app level sound output. You won't be able to do app level sound output. So if you want to capture, for example, you use the Spotify app on macOS. Like you have your actual app, or like I use DataGrip. DataGrip has sound output or something. You can't route app-specific audio without getting a program like this. It's just not possible. So those are your three options, Joost. The bank hasn't replied yet on my loan application for Loopback. Honestly, if you're considering streaming, Loopback is a pretty decent solution. For the setup I have, for the system I have, for the things that I do on stream and the programs I use, it doesn't it's not necessary for me. I don't need it. But I can see how it's useful for people that listen to Spotify, like have Spotify running as an app, or they have some other apps that they want to capture audio from specifically, or mute. Because what happens is you can route all of your notifications and things. You can route all the notifications from Mac. Let me just show you this tiny little tip here, because many people don't know about this one, actually. So when you're in audio devices, you have your streaming output. You can right-click another source and use this option, play alerts and sound effects through this device. And what that does is all of the alert notification sounds from macOS, like, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, actually. I appreciate that. Thank you for messing it up. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. And then, yeah. So you can play alerts and sound effects through your device. So what I do is I play alerts and sound effects through my headphones, which means you never hear sound alerts, like notifications or errors, which you hear on other streams normally. Advantage of Loopback is it lets you keep your volume controls. Ah, yes, exactly. So when you press the volume control now, you'll see there's a little no entry sign here. It locks the volume at 50%. So you won't be able to adjust it. However, you can, if you create a second multi-aggregate device, individually level the multi-aggregate device, but it's not worth it. It just locks it at 50% and it's fine. It works. So yeah. I was trying to get an Apple Music feed going because there were royalty-free playlists. Yeah, so Apple Music, Spotify app, SoundCloud app, whatever app you use, then yeah, you can route that app's audio using Loopback. To be very fair, I've never tried Loopback myself. I just know other streamers who use it and say that it works reasonably well. It's occasionally a little bit buggy, but audio on Mac is occasionally just buggy. That's just the way it is. So yes, sorry I had to mess up on the audio while you were talking about audio. Yeah, I understand that, Exegene. Of course. I mean, the redemption is there. Why else would it be there if I didn't want you to redeem it, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If the redemptions are there, they're there for you to redeem. So yes. Also, you may have noticed this area has received some adjustment. Specifically, that happened earlier this week, which is why I changed my title to Less Hair, More Code. Technical difficulties. Does that count as technical difficulties? No, those redemptions don't count as technical difficulties. But never mind, technical difficulties, not even on the board. Oh wow, okay, that's interesting. They're not on the board? What is tonight's board actually? I just changed the number, I never look at the actual board. Exposed. You dyed your hair black? More like dark brown. But I could see how the lighting makes you think it's black. Less hair so the brain doesn't overheat when you're stuck on your additional knowledge. Oof. Oof. That's a burn. I felt that one right in my toes as well. Okay, so there's no... Interesting. There's no... Ah, yeah. Look at that. There's no technical difficulty square today. Doesn't hair work more like a heat spreader for the brain? How? Like, does your hair conduct? Wait, Jay Walter, first of all, why are you talking about hair? Like, that's the real question. The author of Chaos Ball has decided to chime in about hair. Let's just take a look at Jay Walter. Let's see what kind of clip we get.
Again, everybody for engaging in this nonsense. If I can, what goes?
Wow. Wow.
Nah.
I don't see a lot of hair on
Make sure
there.
I
Make an
don't trade
assessment
the wrong
like
goes
that.
to tuna. Okay.
And I think that's the same clip as last time. You only have one clip, Jay Walter? We should make more. Was that a yawn aimed at my bad joke? No. The ring lights make me yawn sometimes more than others. Not actually. It's some kind of reflex. I'm not actually tired. It's just, I don't know what it is. There must be some kind of theory around it. Also, we know how good, speaking of theory, we know how good people are with their clip hygiene now. Right, Finite?
He says he likes to be, and he will randomly, there we go, TD with the first redemption of Captain Jack. He's still on his ship, and he still has that, what do you got here for us, Captain Jack?
Blimey! How much grog did he drink? Code like this here, and the Kraken will get ya.
I better watch out for the Kraken, y'all. I don't know what he's talking about. Hookman? Yes.
Oh my gosh, how many of those do you have, Finite? How many of those are there? How many clones are there? Hilarious. It's probably Lupus. Yeah, Jay Walter, it's probably Lupus. It's probably Lupus, actually. Lupus makes you do that. All right, so what I wanted to show you the result from last stream. So every time the stream is live, there is the streams are being logged, right? So we can see that here. Less hair, more code. That's where I changed the title, was around this time. Now, what we do with those logs is, because they're a bit hard to read like this in JSON format, we wrote the script that during that loop, what it does is it takes all of the data and splits it out into columns. I think I took it out of here. It's like this, yeah. Processing stream data into something more nicer that's kind of pretty. This is what it looks like now. So you've got basically all of the elements of the JSON array are split into individual columns, and those get written to a separate table called Twitch Stream in the same database. And what's interesting is now we have everything split out nicely. So we don't need to, how do you say? We don't need to process as much stuff. We don't need to do as much post-processing now as we did before. We're writing the data, and then we're taking the data that's already written and transforming it at the same time. It's just a good use of stuff. And that's basically here in this stream to DB. So if we look here, there's a clean stream data function, and that takes this thing and just does it. And the way that it doesn't duplicate rows is because it has a clause here where UUID not in the destination table. Now, this is probably not built for super efficiency, because it means that every time this runs it has to go through every row from Twitch stream raw and every row in the Twitch stream table. So both, which at the moment we can calculate very easily. Twitch stream raw is sitting at 1,000 rows, and so Twitch stream will also have 1,000 rows in it. Now, of course, at 1,000 rows, that's performance-wise negligible. But if we're doing this for 100 streamers over all of their streams, I don't know if that's negligible anymore. So we might have to refactor that later. Trust me, I worked in healthcare IT for 10 years. I trust you a lot, J. Walter. Way more than I probably should, to be fair. I don't know why I trust everyone in the club. Just like by default, kind of. I just kind of trust you all. It's never Lupus, Dr. House, until it is once. Exactly. Spoilers, Steffi. Should I name your next stream to Less Hair, More Balls? I mean, if you're comfortable doing that, J. Walter, I think it's a pretty good title. Question is more, when is your next stream? That's, I think, everyone wants to know. That is, I think, something interesting to know. Also, if you were planning on redeeming Tiny Hands today, it's unfortunately not available because I forgot to plug in the Tiny camera, which I only noticed now. Hey, we hit 15 viewers. Now we can start the stream because that's so important. So yeah, so basically now we have a nice log of all of the different data from the stream. So we can see here, 15 viewers in 15 minutes, or stream ends. This was the first part of the stream with the little experiment. The max viewership that we hit was 11. Which says that's when we hit, you know, that's when we hit 11 viewers. And that was at 7, it was 20 minutes in. 20 minutes after start. And Twitch is saying that so far, now we're at 15, apparently. Wait, was I right about the counter at the start of the stream being a shenanigans? No, so the counter, let me see if I can bring this into this thing. 1 second. The counter is absolutely real. However, I think it's not very good. So it's from Stream Elements. I can't bring it in here very easily. Let me see something. Can I actually? Oh, maybe. Okay, this might break stuff. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so there's the view count up there. Now the problem is that I can refresh it periodically, but it didn't seem to refresh on its own. So I had to keep clicking refresh, and then it would disappear, and then it would do its little spinny thing, and then eventually have the correct number. But yeah, it's kind of it's just very laggy in that sense. But also Twitch reporting view counts is like, I don't know. If you just look here, like if we just look at this, okay, like really, this is, for me, this seems implausible. You go from 1 viewer to 10. Is that when the notifications got delivered or something? That's a 2-minute window, you know. So, you know, I find Twitch's viewership reporting is very implausible. Apologies for the spoiler, although who hasn't seen Dr. House? It ended like 10 years ago. Yeah, don't spoil like a 1970s movie or something. Twitch shows 13. Yeah, so there's always going to be a different number, right? Because depending at what time you hit the API, it's going to show you a different number. So basically, yeah, it's not something particularly important, but that number, oh, stupid light. Maybe I should stream without ring light. See if that works. The number will always be slightly different, but it doesn't really matter so much because it's always measured in the same way, at least. So Twitch always tells you this, like, we are measuring viewer count. That's it. 1 to 10 for notifications sound plausible. Yeah, I guess, in theory. But like, the drop here from 10 to 6... From 10 to 6 and then back up again? Maybe, I don't know. It seems very... I don't know. I can't judge if it's right or not. It's just the way it is. So the plan today is to rejig the SQL query, because the SQL query I wrote is not good. Not good at all. This is basically the... We did this, right? Yeah, we don't need this anymore. And this is already deployed, so we can get rid of that too. Compare results, yeah. The real problem, chat, is that I designed the RAID query, the RAID comparison stuff. I did that and I made a big mistake because I wrote this query in such a way that it only compares one RAID at a time, because it takes a fixed timestamp. And so we're gonna redesign this query today to actually process all of the RAIDs all of the time, assuming that this up until the stream ends. So essentially what we do is we join a timestamp into a stream timestamp, and then using that stream timestamp, so we have data from Twitch stream. This is why we needed to clean it up, right? So we have a Twitch stream and a Twitch RAID raw. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to clean up the RAID data first, like we did with the Twitch stream. We're going to clean that up, and then we can use the two clean tables to compute. That's the easiest. Now the RAID data is super easy, so we can do this very, very fast. We can take the code that we wrote for this. Where's this query? From here. We're gonna go... Oh, I have a notification. No worries. Not an important message. Could also light yourself from above with the ring light, like a halo. Oh yeah. I actually have another light. This is a good point. Chat, tell me something about this, okay? I'm curious what you think. Did someone change the background to a leaf? Okay, so chat, we're gonna try something out. So I turned off the ring lights, and now I'm gonna turn on this LED that I have. So you see, the LED is really far up, so it doesn't light me directly as much. So when I'm like small in the corner here, I'm quite dark. I also look very orange, by the way. So I don't know if this is better because the lighting is fine, but you look a bit yellower. Yeah, exactly, because this light is very orange. I would have to adjust the warmth of the light. So that's why I kind of prefer the ring light. I prefer the ring light, at least that one. I suppose I could use it to fill out, but then the room is so bright that the effect of the lights in the background is not as good, you know. So I kind of prefer it like this. I think it's probably the ring light on the left that causes the problems for me, because this one I don't look at it. This one I don't look at it directly. So maybe I'll leave that one off for now. I don't like yawning because it gives the wrong impression as well. Makes it seem like I'm bored or tired, which I'm not actually. I feel fine. How are all of you, by the way, chat? Ah, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Oh wait, isn't that Bane? Isn't that Bane? Isn't that Bane's quote to Batman, Ian? Yes, exactly. Surviving. April is pretty rough so far. I'm sorry to hear that, Exegete. But yeah, forward always, right? I keep saying that. Forward always. Even if things are tough, always look forward. Can't change anything in the past anymore. Look forward and you focus on the things that you can influence. Don't spend time trying to change things you can't change. Can't influence the weather, so just make peace with it. Can't complain, it doesn't do anything good. I mean, it helps to give, like, it helps to vent frustrations, you know? So this is going to be clean up raid data very quickly. I'm gonna do that first. Why is this so weirdly formatted? Probably because it was in the JavaScript file. What a weird format. My week is pretty interesting. We onboarded a new cook today to the platform of our startup, so that's pretty cool. And we have a if you want to know more about my startup, and we have another onboarding tomorrow. So what I mean by onboarding is the first time that cooks put a meal online, we buy that meal and we go inspect that cook's kitchen and where they make food, because there's no official requirement to do so, but we do that. And yes, you couldn't see my screen before, and now you can. So clean up raid data. So I had a delicious lunch today. I had a traditional Mexican dish called, what was it called again? What was it called? Wait, I have to look in my calendar. Hello? It's called Cochinita Pibil. Let me see if I can hear. Cochinita Pibil.
You just drop in, just smack the lip, whoop, drop down, snap, ah.
Spamming all the memes, are we, Steffi? Jay Walter, that's a very slow drop.
I can smell the creative juices. Yum, 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 yum.
It's not on the list. Jonah, the list came from the internet. The international network.
Yeah, but that's not.
So...
Same day delivery.
Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world.
Can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do it live. Okay.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
I'm showing you the recipe.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
So we're not going outside. Why do you want to go outside? We're not going outside. Oh my gosh, all 3 custom Pokemons in one day. It's Sequelite. Ah! Love it. So basically, this is a Yucatecan Cochinita Pibil. That's what I had today. And it was with chicken, not pork. And it was amazing. It's basically a super, super flavorful taco. So I loved it, Exegete. I loved it. It looked more reddish, and it has a sort of bitterness to it. It looked more like this color, like this reddish color. It was delicious. Like a Middle Eastern version of a taco, although it is from Mexico. It's just from one of the southern regions. That's where the cook is from. She is from that area of Mexico, so it's like one of her home recipes, kind of, right? And you can't get that level of deliciousness anywhere else. I mean, yeah, Ian, I it's everyone gets hungry. It's just normal. We had some pollo asado a couple weeks ago. I couldn't stop eating it. Oh my gosh, yeah. I love Mexican food. It's just I don't tolerate tomatoes very well, and this doesn't have tomatoes in it, to my knowledge. So that's pretty interesting. All right, so we need to JSON the array elements, the RAID data. I'm gonna comment out all of this jazz because we don't need that right now. And this is gonna be not from Twitch stream raw. It's gonna be from Twitch RAID raw. Do we have a RAID UUID? Oh, right, the UUID thing. Oh, right. I forgot about that. You had some ramen today, Steffi. Very nice. Did you make it yourself? Ramen is delicious. I love ramen. I had ramen for my birthday. Let's see if we can go to the DDL for this table. And then I can just take the same UUID default, UUID generate v4, not null. So the problem we had was when we do that as not null, it wouldn't generate a value for the previous rows. So what I'm going to try and do is actually do the workaround. So we have RAID data and inserted at, and I'm actually going to add the column just to see if this works. UUID, type UUID, default UUID generate v4, not auto incrementing, not unique, and it will be the primary key. Primary keys can't be null though, I think, so it might fail again. Not Self-Made was in the office today and we went to the best ramen place in town. Ah, oh, that sounds good. We also went to probably the best ramen place in town for my birthday. It was really, really good. It was really good. Oh, it worked. Look at that. First time? First time, chat? What the? What? Oh no. Oh no. Does anyone remember what we did on Monday? We spent like 30 minutes making a temporary table and then creating a UUID and then inserting it into the table and then copying entries over to the other table. Now I realized we could have just done it this way. Oh, Oh dear. One of the advantages of the office is the best restaurants for lunch circle us and are like 5 minutes walk away. Oh, that's nice. That's nice when you have that. Okay, so modify column. This one is UID generate v4, not null unique primary key. So we go here, modify column, and we can do the same. Not null unique primary key. Wow. Hey, so this was just a problem that we didn't use the right default thing last time. Exegete, you lost a tooth with a gummy bear? Oh no. Oh dear. You should be very careful. Gummy bears are deadly. So we didn't get a raid today yet, but we know that we can process the raid data. So if we do get a raid, we're going to be able to test everything end to end probably at the end, which is going to be super cool actually. Looking forward to that. Waiting on the oral surgeon. Like right now? Exegete, are you at the hospital? Wait, what? Exegete. Are you okay? Or is it like you were able to like get an appointment? Ah, you're waiting for your appointment. Okay. Oof. Fine-ish. Yeah, no. Losing a tooth is not fun. Definitely not. Reminds me when I lost a filling on a Reason. Ah, Reason chocolate! That was on the chocolate stream. Yes. Reason are super, super sticky. Super, super sticky. Okay, so those are all the raids. Let's go back to our thing. So we now have a UUID. Problem solved. Order by Twitch stream, Twitch raid raw. What? Inserted at. It's good that we already have this query because cannot extract elements from an object. Ooh, this insert into needs to disappear. Ooh, that was, oh, good thing that failed. Oh, yo. Oh dear. Good thing that failed because, ooh, that would not have been good. That would not have been good. Which, okay, we have to figure out what everything is in raid data. Is there an ID in there? I think there's a raid ID, maybe. Cannot extract elements from an object.
Exegete for Twitch is raiding with a party of 1.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Exegete for Twitch. Thank you so much for that raid. I hope you had a great stream. What were you streaming, Exegete for Twitch? Let's give you a shout out. Exegete for Twitch. Let's see if you have a clip. They were last streaming testing upload rate to Twitch in the no game category. Welcome Raiders. Thank you, Ian. Welcome Raiders. There's no, seems to be no clips on your channel. That's okay. Why doesn't this, hold on a second. Is raid data, they're both JSON-B, but is this an object? How odd. Ah, wait, I don't need to go that far down. I only need to go one level down. Cannot extract elements from an object. Singular. Welcome Raiders. Welcome Raider. Welcome Raider. Huh? Doesn't make any sense. Let's compare. This is raid raw, and this is stream raw. Oh, hold on a second. This is an array on the outside. This is just an object. We don't need that. We don't need JSON-B array elements. We can just do RAID data ID. There you go. We don't even need to do some fancy function stuff. Cool. Okay, let's get the structure for this. What's in here? What is in this thing? What is in this thing? Oh my gosh, that is very long. You know what? I'm not going to do that here. Let's open up Sublime. Oh, I need to hack. Sorry. Raider. Fun fact. When the Twix chocolate bar was first launched in Germany and Austria, it was called Raider. No way! Really? That's super cool. That's funny. Why was it called that? Do you know? Do you know why that is? It's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, actually. Okay, I'm done hacking. Here we go. Raider. Hey, my bot name is available now. Haven't tried in like a year. Oh, ooh, wait, really? Ooh, then I need to try something. Botagit. Botagit. Then I need to try something. I need to check if one of mine is available. Sign up. How did you check if it was available? You just typed it in the sign up form, right? Oh, you renamed Exegete for Twitch. Ah, that's interesting. Didn't know you could do that. Oh wait, you get one rename every 60 days or something like this, right? Yeah, okay. I tried both variants and they're not available. People squatting on usernames is just, ugh. That was my old account. I started this one before they had renames. Oh, who is it this time? Pikachu! Finite. Nice to see you, by the way. How are you doing, Finite? So yeah, the RAID data, we can just plop it out this way. We can just write all these into the garbage. Goodbye. Anybody else see the Pokemon Rickroll? That was so funny. Pokemon Rickroll? Pokemon Rickroll? What's that? Raid Origin. Why would it not come from Twitch though? How could a raid not come from Twitch? How weird. Pokeroll Rickmon. I'm good. It's been an in and out lurk kind of day. Yeah, okay. I know what those are like. So the raid event ID that I'm getting from Tao? It's good that you're here, Finite. So the raid event that I get is this the ID from Tao, and this is Twitch's ID. Because this is Tao's wrapper. I'm guessing this is Tao's thing, and this is Twitch's ID. So I feel like you wouldn't rename the ID column. I feel like you would create... Oh. Ah, the ID is Tao, is from Tao. Oh, and this is Twitch's ID, which looks like rubbish, by the way. Not even a UUID. Some weird format. I see, okay. Okay, well, now that I know that, I can probably rename it. Raid Twitch event ID. It would make sense to probably rename it. Did I do that with the stream as well? Oh no. What did I do with the stream? What did I do with the stream data? Okay. Twitch IDs are sometimes UUIDs, sometimes numbers that are strings, and sometimes random long strings of characters. It's super consistent and easy to follow. Yeah, that sounds lovely. That sounds like great developer work to me. So stream ID. I guess with the stream it doesn't matter. Thank you, Ian, for those bits. Ooh, are we going for bit spam? Let's do it. Let's do it. Everybody drop and see if you can get bit spammed by Ian's bits. It may help you or not. I can't promise it will help you. I hate how APIs that cast types wrong. Yes, definitely. Pet peeve as well. I don't even write APIs and it's a pet peeve. So we can call this raid tau ID. And we're gonna call this raid Twitch, although it's a raid table. Do we have to call it that? Raid tau ID. Gosh, naming is so difficult. Oh my gosh, no one landed. Oh, Yoast, you might land. Oh no, you got wall bugged. J Walter, I'm so sorry. You hacked Pixel Plush to trigger me to finish Chaos Ball. Of course. Speaking of hacking, did you see my hacking screen? Isn't that cool? You like it? Because now you can't see what I'm hacking. Super secret. The only two hard things in programming: naming things and off by one errors, and retrofitting code. Naming things is when I usually quit. Blue Squid, welcome in. Nice to see you again. Welcome back. J Walter, 15-minute stream to finish Chaos Ball after Maddie's then. Yeah, let's do it, J Walter. 50 minutes to find the code and trying to remember how it works. Yeah, so it's a 30-minute stream then. That could be okay. Not so bad. Okay, I'm gonna call them Raid Tau ID and Raid Twitch ID, but I'm gonna change the order. I'm gonna change the order to be here. So that I have both of them in the same column order or something. Okay, raid origin. How can the origin not be Twitch? Someone explain this to me. How can you get a raid that isn't from Twitch? Is that possible? I've never heard of this. That would be the weirdest thing. Bunny emote was obviously key. Absolutely. Ian, Stream Elements is telling you about carrots again. Cache misses, naming things, and off by syntax error expected. Good joke, Finite. Circle 57 doesn't work here yet. Once Chaos Ball is working, I'm pretty sure it will work here. Besides, I caught the big C, so for once I have a valid excuse not to stream. Ah, yes, for once. Are you feeling okay though, J Walter? The Covies, as they call them. Everyone will get it eventually. They didn't used to need names back in the day. I, J, sometimes even a K was all they needed. Wow. The way to think about it. Everything with event in front came from the Twitch event. Ah! Okay. That makes sense. Like a cold, basically, but not exactly. COVID? COVID is over. At least that's what I get seeing everyone here now. Yeah, let's not talk about that. So we have the event ID. Now we have event data. How do I go? I need to figure out how to go down one level in here. Is it just double like this? Raid viewers? I think Fiona's doing something. Let's have a look, chat. I hear something. I think we need to adjust the camera because she's probably on the couch. Probably. Oh, look at that. She found a chill. She found a chill spot. There we go. She didn't escape. Good thing she didn't escape. I'd have to go catch her. She runs around the living room though. We let her roam around the living room sometimes. BF only has the 2 variables. BF? BF. BF. 2 variables. Yeah, I just hope you also don't have any long-term effects, J. Walter. She knows the camera usually doesn't point at the chair. That's why she chills there. Yeah, I guess it's... maybe. Brain, ah! Okay. Does this work? Raid viewers. Text unknown. Yeah, I feel like this isn't the right syntax for that. I think that's correct now. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we have the right syntax. You can see here. Oh, you don't see this so well, excuse me. Wait, I'll just move myself. How about that? I'll just move myself, chat. Look at this. Boop. I'm over here now. So, we've got 39. 39! The raid viewers is basically raid size. Right? I think. Raid size, right? Yeah. You love the wall. See if I get the sticky wall.
They're great.
Oh, noob, noob, noob. 39. What does 39 mean? 39? 39. 39. 39 what? 14 months. 14 months, noob. What kind of things? Don't know, you said it before I subbed. Ah, yeah. I was talking about viewers. Raid viewers, that's basically the size of the raid. It's basically the size of the raid. Look at all my raids. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Look at all these people raiding me. 39! 39! Noob. What kind of stuff comes in 14 months? I'm really curious. Like, is there anything really common that comes in 14-month increments? Isn't the Jewish calendar 14 months? I'm just trying to think like what your subscription now represents. The main thing I do know, noob, is the following thing. First of all, there's going to be an ad now for all those people who are not subbed. You're going to get an ad. I'm very sorry. Noob! Guess what you get to do? the mask of subscription. You are the third person who gets to put their name on the mask of subscription for April. So what color would you like, and where would you like your name to be on the mask of subscription? Also,
Yes!
Ian, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Blue Squid. That's very kind of you. Elephant babies, look at you with so many raids. They're all one person raids. They're all one person raids. Who cares? You would like the same color as the mask. Yeah, but you want your name to be the same color as the mask, so you won't see it. Is that what you want? Is that really what you want? Oh, as the horn mask. Ah, I get it now. Now I get it. The mask. And where would you like your name to be on the mask? Let the streamer think for once. Where would you like it to be?
Roscoats is raiding with a party of one.
Roscoats! Thank you very much, Roscoats! Oh,
Bottish is raiding with a party of one.
All the raids! Bottish! Oh my god! Okay, noob. Where is it gonna go? You'll pick the what? What does that even mean? You'll pick the what? The head? Up here? You want it up here? Okay. Yeah, you'll pick the forehead. Forehead! You're so smart. You're so smart, noob. Okay. We're gonna write it right on the forehead. Noob is like super riddling today. Super Riddler. That noob. Noob. Double underscore. Here you go, noob.
Short Boom is raiding with a party of one.
Shock Boom! Shock Boom! There you go, noob. It's the color of the mask. It's the color of the mask. Hilarious. Chat, I will be right back in 30 seconds. I just had one of the markers is leaking a little bit. There's like, I don't know, something. I will be right back. Please continue
Joe
raiding.
Ostware is raiding with a party of one.
Garbage.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chalk Boom, for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yost, thank you very much for the raid as well. XG says, gotta keep Maddie's average raid size down. Hate for him to get
with a party of one.
hate for him to get obsessed with raid size. Raid size is the new viewer count, the most important metric for stream success. Didn't pronounce my name right, garbage. Jay Walter, thank you very much for that raid. I appreciate that. That background is the last 2 years in a nutshell. Probably is, isn't it? Yep. What background is this? Who put this background? What background is this? You need a Batman meme now? Riddle me timbers. I was protection. Oh my gosh. Gets 10 or more raids on the bingo board. No. 10 or more raids is not on the bingo board, but that would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Ooh. Background check. Very interesting. Thank you all for the raids. I very much appreciate it. Noob, thank you very much for your 14-month subscription. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. I always appreciate your support. I hope you're doing well, Noob. I hope you had a good stream yesterday. I unfortunately was not able to catch most of it. However, we now get to shout out Mr. Noob. What was Noob?
Even change my...
Where's Noob? Where are you? You're a VTuber, not an invisible tuber.
Language
does the V stand for invisible?
Let's remove this.
I think the V stands for invisible streamer, not VTuber.
Let's see. We have the custom CSS. We have the opacity and.
I think clip hygiene is needed. Noob. Probably an old clip. Yeah, I think clip hygiene is needed, Noob. I think a little amount of clip hygiene would help you. That's why I went through and cleaned out all my clips last week. I had so many what the fuck did someone clip this clips. That was one clip before I got to be VTuber. Yeah, I went through my clips, and Jay Walter, there were actually a couple clips from you where I didn't understand why you clipped that stuff. There wasn't anything in there, so I feel like it was like a misclick or something. I don't know. Honestly, it didn't take me very long, Noob, to do. I think it's something you should do. You can just basically yeet all clips with one view anyway, but most of the time. And the other thing is rewatching clips is really entertaining. I was laughing to myself while doing it. One misclick on the clip and it creates it anyway without saving. Yeah, exactly. So I think Jay Walter might have misclicked a couple times, given how Jay Walter uses Twitch or something. I don't know. So, okay. This is all good. This is all good. A tip. Look at the clips list. Look for clips without a title change. If it is just your stream title and 30 seconds long, then it's usually a misclip. Exactly. And one view. Then yeet. Very good strategy, Finite. Very good strategy. I can highly recommend that strategy. So we're gonna put myself up here. No, down here, over here. Where should I be, chat? I feel like top right is probably okay. No, maybe top. Maybe bottom left is okay. Misclick clipping happens fast when you actually want to get to the video player settings. Is misclip a friend of Microsoft Clippy? Don't worry about the stutter, Noob. You think it's worse than it is. Let me put it that way. You think it's such a bad thing, but it's not. It's really not. Or am I dead naming Clippy? I'd feel horrible. Well, how do you know, like, don't assume Clippy's gender as well. Like, Exegete, come on. Don't assume Clippy's gender. Clippy could also be, you know, discovering their gender, in theory. Steffi, I love how you just wrote this. Oh, I love how you just wrote this. Probably because of stream delay, but we had the same thought. 2022 problems. Don't assume Clippy's gender. Dead silence is weird. Unwanted silence creates more questions than explanations. So you should just mute yourself, noob. Just mute your stream, and then there's just silence, and then no one asks questions. I need to close the panel. Hide the sidebar. Hide the sidebar. Okay, and now I have more space. Okay, raid event data viewers. Okay. And then we have oh my god, I'm gonna copy this. I can't bother to write this. 2 broadcaster user ID. So raid 2 broadcaster user ID. Definitely copying these. From. This is like the really good, useful work that you do on your project on a Friday, is renaming columns. 2 broadcaster user name, and then from 2 broadcaster user login. Broke something. There we go. 2 broadcaster user login. On Monday with White Panther, now with me. I think you are both projecting on me. I didn't say any gender other than Miss Clip. Maybe better without a mic. It would be interesting to see how a silent stream actually does. Steffi's gonna land. Nice. Good land. I assumed they're 2 different clips. You said, is it a friend of Clippy? As if Miss Clippy can't be Clippy as well? They're 2 different Clippies. I think you might be talking about different things though, also. It's possible. So we have a from broadcaster username and from broadcaster. Wouldn't it make sense then to just say all the 2s and all the froms together? Like 2 broadcaster user ID, 2 broadcaster username, 2 broadcaster user login, and then from broadcaster user ID, from broadcaster username, and from broadcaster user login. I don't even know if I need all of these things, but I'm just gonna use them all. Yoast, that emote goes well with Mega K-pop cheer. Soon Disney creates a clip, 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 and clap TV show. Classic. Classic Disney. A clip, 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 and a clap. And then you've got your Twitch clip. It could be like this whole theme song whenever someone clips on Twitch. Oh my gosh, can you trigger stuff on clip in Memebox? Noob? I just had a ridiculous idea. Oh no, I just had a ridiculous idea. Please tell me that you can trigger on clip. Please tell me it's a... Oh no. No. Wait, where is it? Twitch event type. Chat messages, channel point redemptions. Yeah, on clip event. When a clip is taken. No, not the message. When actually someone makes a clip. Can you somehow listen to that? Is it possible? Is it on event sub? But oh my god, can you imagine? We could actually find out when someone misclips. So you could ask
When
someone.
a nail bites your hand, and that's not what you planned, that's amore. When your horse munches straw, and the bales total 4, that's some more hay. When Othello's poor wife becomes stabbed with a knife, that's amore, eh? When the moon hits your knees, and you mispronounce trees. Sycamore.
So, hey, this would be crazy. This would be crazy. When someone clips a clip that's 30 seconds. I don't know, like, when someone clips, you play the clip song. Oh no. Did you? Oh, no. Do you still not have access, noob? What? That's awful. XG, what did you clip? A clip, 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 and a clap. And then you've got your Twitch clip. A clip, 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 and a clap. Oh, and then you've got your Twitch clip. A clip, 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 and a clap. And then you've got your Twitch clip. A clip, 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 and a clap. And then you've got your Twitch clip. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah. Oh no, it goes on your soundboard, Jay Walter. Oh yes, finite. You could have Karen then yell, your clip looks like it was a mistake. Was it a mistake, username? I think it was a mistake. Please do the right thing and delete it if you made a mistake. I have such a great idea for this. Hold on. When someone misclips, you can just play that clip audio. I can just play the clip on the stream as a thing. Now I can just play. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no. Go away. Go away. Not that. Yeah, every time someone does Clippy. Hold on 1 second. One second.
Your clip looks like it was a mistake. Was it a mistake, Walter? I think it was a mistake. Please do the right thing and delete it if you made a mistake, Walter.
I just wanted to hear her say it. This is such a great idea for a redemption.
Clip, 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 and a clap. Now you've got your Twitch clip.
You should also add or I'll call the manager. I love this idea. Such a great idea. Now because username made a mistake, we are going to have to watch this incredibly boring mistakenly created clip. Are you happy now, username? Oh my gosh. You could get, oh my gosh, finite. That's a crazy thing to think about doing. In the shoutout tool, get the author of the clip and do that. Shout them out with Karen like that. If the clip wasn't good. Oh boy, chat.
This clip is fake. Walter made a fake clip. I demand a manager.
Yeah, bad clip and good clip. So like you could have a good message to reward the clipper and a bad message to tell them to do better next time. That's really, what an idea. Honestly, what an idea. The stuff we come up with, chat, it's just it's astonishing, really. It's just astonishing. Okay, so we want to do event type is channel raid. I don't think we need that, to be honest. Do we need the event source? I don't think we need the source either. And then Karen will clip your wings symbol. I don't know what Karen would do. I don't think we need the event type and event source, because those things are just raw processing stuff. But we did make the mistake that we didn't do the inserted at time from the original thing, from the stream one. Because we just had started at. Could use the new Twitch wagering functionality to let chat vote on good or bad clips, then shame or praise. That can't possibly go poorly. New Twitch wagering functionality? No. I know what. No. You know what? I know what it is. I know what we can do, chat. We can do this. We can use the new. There is a new feature from Twitch. 1 second. 1 second. How many colors are there? You can just do. Oh, I did it again.
I caught Mini Singularity chewing on electrical wires, so I grounded him.
1 second. Okay, we do this and then this. Why can't I see? Why don't I see
That was a short
chat?
joke. Finite singularity.
I have to refresh chat. 1 second, chat. Welcome to the chat room. Yeah, give me my chat. Hello? Okay. Oh, predictions. Yeah, predictions. But it's more of a before the shout out, you'd have to use a prediction, I guess. Or announcements. Chatty chat shoes. Did you see my announcement, by the way? Did that come through? Exegene and Finite should create a weekly dad and joke stream. That actually would be kind of fun. Maddie 2 chats? Did you see my announcement, by the way? Did it come through chat? Because it's like... I have it on my iPad, but I don't see it here. Okay, cool. Anyway. So this works, but do we need the original time of the raid? Do we need the original inserted at? No, I don't think we do. I don't think we need it. I guess I don't think we need it. I thought my non-joke yesterday was good, but Finite didn't count it. The both of you are such jokesters. Look at all these people who've raided me. Pretty much everyone has raided me at some point. Pretty nice. So we had Jay Walter, Yos Shure, Chalkboom, Bodajit, Roscode, Exegete for Twitch, which is highly misleading now because this is actually the same user ID. That's why you have to use the user ID and not the usernames. Bum bum bum. That's why the user ID is the one we have to use. But this seems to be working. Okay, so then we would say order by Twitch Raid Raw inserted at, which is correct. That's the old one. Okay. And then we would insert into, but we don't have a thing for this yet. So we would upload this directly into a target table, which we don't have yet. So let's do a table called insert into public Twitch _ raid log or _ raid. I like how I'm the first row in this table and I don't even stream. What is the lowest integer value of broadcaster user ID? Yoast look very low. Yeah, Yoast has been on Twitch for a very long time. We can look at the lowest value. Yoast is in the 9968646.
I told
That's
Mrs.
actually...
Singularity she needs to start embracing her mistakes. She thought the advice was so good, she immediately gave me a big hug.
Wow. Wow. Oh, it's alpha sorted. Yeah, you're right. I would have to, yeah, I would have to change. I would have to look for the lowest int. This is the wrong sorting. You're right. Absolutely. Okay, let's try and see if this works. Wait, this is not stream data. This is raid data. I have to rename this. Raid data. Select star from raid data. Let's see if it works. I don't think it'll work. Public Twitch raid does not exist. Exactly. We have to create the table at least. We have to create the table because otherwise it doesn't know what to do. Okay, table. Twitch raid. It's just an empty table. Chillin'. That's alpha sorted. Defines, welcome in. Very nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you as well. Yo says, I joined Twitch like 12 years ago because I'm old, so very old. I didn't see the Karen message in chat. Yeah, noob. The Karen's messages aren't appearing in chat anymore. They're also not in my activity feed. But I hear them. That's really interesting. Are they in Tau? They're not. Twitch isn't reporting them in the WebSocket either. How's that happening?
What is the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is an extremely heavy animal, and the other is a little lighter.
You didn't. You didn't actually make this joke. I can't believe you, Finite. I can't believe you would make this joke.
Help, I'm stuck in the 4th dimension. Get me your manager.
Get me your manager. Dimension manager. Okay, now it should work. Is everything the right format though? Oh, I should cast some stuff, shouldn't I? Like viewers should be an int. And the user ID should be an int. And this should be an int. Wait, let's just take the int out for a second. Those should be ints. Invalid input syntax for type integer. Do I have to wrap it with a bracket? Oh wow, you gotta bracket them first. I didn't know you had to do that. Did anyone know you had to do that in SQL? That you had to wrap the JSON extraction stuff? So we put insert in that, which is a timestamp. That's gonna retain that. Raid Tau ID, Twitch ID. Yeah, no one knows about this origin thing, do they? I'm assuming it's always gonna be Twitch, but you never know. Maybe they'll allow raids from YouTube at some point. You could raid someone from YouTube to Twitch and vice versa. Could be kind of funny. These are all int. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, so let's insert this and see what happens. Could also use Twitch CLI and run Twitch get users queue, or when Yoast join Twitch, when you click on his name in chat and open the user overlay. Dum 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 dum. Insert has more expressions than target columns. Account created January 15th, 2010. Wow, Yoast, that is very impressive. You are very old. Aha. Okay, we need a DDL from this. Scripted. SQL insert. Multi-row? SQL inserts. Ah yeah, I think we did this last time. It's not that many rows, so I don't mind doing this. Music is a little too loud. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. I can definitely adjust. Thank you, Yoast, for letting me know. Is that the case for anyone else? I use ducking so that it like ducks down, but maybe the ducking isn't aggressive enough. It's also possible. Let's try ducking mic. Output gain 0, threshold minus 30, blah blah blah. And then release output gain. Where's the ducking thing? Ducking alerts? Ducking shoutout? Ooh. Just an FYI. Not that it would matter much, but the created at value is the time that Tau got the event of the raid, not necessarily when the raid actually occurred. I don't see why there would be a big discrepancy, but something to be aware of. Sure, that makes sense. Sorry, I misclicked. My bad. Okay, that should be a little bit better now. Sorry. It's just music though. It wasn't like a scream jump scare or something, at least. It was good to have no new eardrums. Oh, Chad, don't be so dramatic. How bad was it, really, realistically? Like, I heard it as loud as you did. Let's put it that way. And I don't think it was okay. I don't think it was so bad. Okay. Where's my inserts? Why doesn't it... What did you ask? I was asking how bad I had you very loud in my headphones and it was fine. Okay, fine. Fine. No. I'm trying to get the rows out. I guess as... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Export to file. Or I could have just copied it to clipboard. No. I see your mouth moving, but no words are coming out. I know you're trying to troll me because I can see the audio levels going out in OBS finite. Eardrums. Eardrums. Okay, so let's get together with the RAID data. There we go. Insert into my table. No, I don't want this. I don't want this anymore. I don't like this. No. I don't like this idea. No. This goes away too. No. This is not good. This is not good. Get rid of all this stuff. Goodbye. What are you gesturing? I can't hear.
What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a poorly dressed man on a unicycle? Attire.
Attire. Attire. Honestly, that's a very impressive joke. By night. What's the easiest way to do this? I think we can do Twitch RAID like this. Because there's no mapping. There's no mapping. Okay, then we're gonna do CSV. We're gonna do CSV and export to file. And then we're gonna do Twitch RAID import. This may or may not crash data grip. This may or may not. That's fine. Okay. Clean up RAID data. But there's no columns still. Insert add. I don't know. We just import. What happens? You can't, because there's no... wait. We could create the table on import. How about that? That could work. That could work. Is it possible to see who created clips on your own channel? Yes. If you look in the Twitch video manager or something it's called, you can see who created clips on your channel. Okay, so import data from file. Why, are you curious who's been clipping you? J. Walter. Is it better now, Yoast, by the way? I can also just speak a little bit louder, if that was the problem. Okay, Twitch RAID UUID is text. That should be UUID. It's also a foreign key, but that's fine. I must be blind because I can't see the clip author. You don't see it on the initial view. You only see it on a secondary view. You don't see it in that actual view. That's true. You have to open the clip in the clip viewer. Yeah, exactly. It's stupid. 100%. It doesn't make any sense. Inserted at... Oh yeah, this should be a timestamp. Timestamp TZ. Wait, you have 13 viewers. Does that mean stream ends? TD, you're about 2 hours late for that joke. You weren't here for the beginning, TD, when I said what that meant.
Anthony writers code is rating with a party of 100. I have a pen that can write underwater. It can write other words too.
Oh my word. Anthony. No. No. We just shouted out TD, but we should be shouting out Anthony. Anthony. Anthony, thank you so much for that raid. Oh my gosh. Let me just switch up here. Anthony, Wow, that's a big raid. Welcome everyone. So nice to see you all. Probably a lot of new people
Yellow
here.
Raiders. I won't call the manager this time.
Yeah, don't call the manager, please, noob. Thank you so much. Anthony, thank you for that raid. I am working on a real-time analytics solution for Twitch streamers. Because let's be honest, Twitch's analytics is not great. Thank you, Dragon Mike Z and Aluka00. Sorry if I butchered that. Thanks very much for the follows. I appreciate that. Along with Chris, you brought some friends in. Holy moly. Yeah, no kidding. So actually, your raid right now, all of you have been logged with my solution. You're being logged to my raid software. So let's take a look here at what this looks like. Can give you a perfect intro. Ooh, that's the wrong scene. I also don't know how to stream very well. And so basically, I'm working on cleaning up the raid data right now. Let me just import this quickly. We have a created at. This is also a timestamp, I believe. Is that right? Created at. That's a timestamp TZ, I'm guessing. How was your raid? How was your stream though, Anthony? What were you working on? How was it for you? I would love to know how that went. I haven't been able to catch your streams in a while. Unfortunately, our time zones are not great, to be honest. US is always really difficult. But yeah, welcome in Debbie, very nice to see you. Debe underscore on Nightly, very nice to see you as well. Smake Sauce, very nice to see you as well. Some really nice usernames. Marsha Socks, also very nice to see you as well. I take it now would be a bad time to mess up the stream. I mean, it's a channel point redemption. If you use it, you use it, you know? You know, you did a bunch of haphazard stuff today. Okay, fair enough. This is int, text, int. That's all good. I think this is fine, whatever. We can always correct it afterwards. So let me show you how this works, chat. Very simple. At the moment, I'm developing it. That's a great way to kick off the party, noob, by firing off the horn. So that import failed, which is great. Anthony, thank you very much for that follow as well. Wow, that's I'm very honored. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. So yeah, basically this is how it works. The raid data is being logged along with the stream data, along with the chatters. It's all being logged into this Postgres database, which is running on Railway. Railway is a cloud provider for running different types of applications. And they have a pretty nice free tier. Up until $5 a month, you can actually run your applications. And so if you're interested in taking a look at this application in more detail, when I do release it, I will be releasing it primarily as an alpha first to everyone on the waitlist. So if you want to sign up on the waitlist, just go to my website, justinnumbers.com, and you can sign up for the waitlist. And the first 100 people who sign up to the actual product afterwards, when it releases in its whatever alpha version, whatever it is, you will never pay for the product. No matter how many features I add, no matter how big it gets, you will have my 100% promise that you will never ever pay for the product. No matter how big your stream is, no matter how popular you are, doesn't matter to me. So initially it's just about building the product right now for one feature, literally one. We're doing like an MVP, right? And that feature, my friends, is very simple. It's called a RAID decay chart. What does that mean? It means that when a raid occurs, such as now, the first thing that happens is the raid data is written into this table. Now, It's a bit hard to read, but if we want to look at it a little bit nicer, we can probably do this. We could look here at what this looks like. So this is all the raid data. And we can see here, this last column, you have now, Anthony, broken the record for largest raid on my channel officially. Not only since I've been running just in numbers, but ever. This is the biggest raid I've ever received on my channel. So thank you very, very much. I'm really appreciative of that. I think it's really cool to bring 179 people into this stream. That is truly something incredible. So you see here we have the raid viewer count, and we have all the detail about who sent the raid to whom. Obviously, in my case, the raid is always to me because I'm tracking the raid to me. We can also track outgoing raids of where we go afterwards, where we will certainly go somewhere after the stream as well. But that's not interesting for now. What is very interesting is... Stop breaking stuff. You can break whatever you like. You can break whatever you like. The stream is here to be broken. There's a lot of breaking things. A lot. It's part of the stream. So we're logging the raid. We logged that. Now we know what happened, right? We also log the stream. So if we look at the stream right now, this is currently this stream. We started out with a little joke, which was trying to get up to 15 viewers in the first 15 minutes, or we end the stream, and it was just a joke. It was a joke because I wanted to let everybody know that every single person matters to me, and the view count is not really that important to me. So all of you that are here, that's super awesome. I appreciate all of you who are here. I don't care so much about the number, which is ironic because I'm building an app about numbers. I'm aware of that. But yes, but you can see here, less hair. Oh wow, did I actually call it less hair code? I should have called it less hair.
Do you want to hear a joke about pizza?
Oh no. Oh no. It was supposed to be less hair, more code. But I guess it's too late to change that now.
I don't think you'd like it. It's cheesy.
Thank you, Alan, and welcome in. Thank you very much, Alan. A very cheesy joke. Never mind. I don't need to hear it. So what's happening is we are asking Twitch every 2 minutes to give us the viewer count, which Twitch has kindly given us. So every 2 minutes we are reporting the viewer count. We can see here 106 here, and then we can see 89. So the viewer count obviously is dropping as people decide to drop off from the raid, which is also normal, right? People, they watch their streamer. We're going outside! Not right now. We're not going outside right now, TD. Also, hi Nim, by the way. Thank you for saying hi via that noob. So yes, the raid will start dropping. And so, of course, people will want to know how fast is the raid viewership dropping. And the thing is that here, this total viewership, you don't know. In this number, you don't know which are the raiders and which are not. But fortunately, yes, we have a bunny cam. That's right, Chris. Let's see what Fiona's up to. Oh! It seems that she's chilling on her mini sofa. This is Fiona. She's a 5.5 kilo Flemish giant. And she's chilling on her tiny sofa. Ah yes, Marsha. I do believe that you're a bunny fan. That's a perfect emote. Absolutely. It's a very cute emote. Yes, so we have a bunny cam. She has a room all to herself. She's currently on her mini sofa, which we got her about a week ago. She's enjoying that a lot. But she has a bigger room. She can like run around in the whole room. We tried to give her as much space as we can. She's very, very cuddly, very trusting of us. We've had her for about almost 5 years. She's almost 5 years old. She's about 4.5. And we've had her since she's basically a baby. Actually, I wasn't with my partner in the beginning. It was actually my partner's bunny. And yeah. So I only met her a little bit later. Maddie actually has to pay rent to Fiona. Considering her size, it's not it's not entirely so far-fetched, is it? It's not actually such an absurd idea. So let me show you, chat, what happens now. She is pretty giant, yeah. 5.5 is pretty significant. So every 2 minutes we're asking Twitch to give us the view count. And that's fine, but the view count doesn't let us divide who's a raider and who isn't. So what we also do is every 2 minutes we ask Twitch for all the chatters. So who's in chat, right? These are all the usernames of everybody in chat. So let me show you. This is the current situation, right? Basically, at some point there was a raid, which was probably here, judging by the size of the chatter thing. Oh, hold on 1 second. This is not sorted. Order by inserted at. Let's see if we can get this fired up a bit. Yeah, so basically this is just an array of every single person who is in chat. With not so floppity loppities. Bell Tass, thank you very much for coming in as well. Yes, so Fiona is our bunny rabbit. I don't know, she might decide. Nope, she's flopped. I thought she might go off the couch now, but she hasn't decided to. Going to go for a run while the weather is nice. Have a good rest of stream. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good run. That's not something I personally would do. I'm not much of a runner myself, but I hope you have a good run. Definitely enjoy the weather, that's for sure. It's already 11:30 here in Switzerland. Maybe a good chance to also talk about me a little bit. A lot of you probably don't know who I am. She is loafed right now. That is correct, Marsha. Yeah, she's loafed. So she loves lying on the couch, actually. It's one of her favorite things now. So yeah, my name is Maddie, or Maddie Two Shoes, as you prefer. I'm Swiss Canadian. I live here in Switzerland, in Zurich. Like I said, it's 11:30 p.m. here. I stream Mondays and Fridays from 9 p.m. to who knows whenever I decide to finish whatever it is. And I am a data person. So I'm currently building a product live on Twitch. This is just the numbers. That's like what I'm interested in doing. My day job is I'm a startup founder. I have my own startup. You can use the startup command if you're curious about that. It's completely unrelated to data in that sense. But yes, that's the most important stuff. And my stream is very much a very interactive and I would say like edutainment kind of stream. So I aim to do things to help me learn, but at the same time you should also learn something, and you know, it should be just a very friendly, open learning environment for everyone. And yeah, I try to keep it let's say as friendly as possible, so you know, we stay away from topics like religion and politics, let's say, but everything else is more or less allowed. And yeah, imagine learning. Yeah, you know, I try to make it as two-way as possible. Most of the time I'm the only one learning, and chat's the one telling me what to do. But you know, everyone puts up with it. So Fiona's room is bigger than some flats in London. Possibly Cube 365. Where is Simon? Who is Simon? And what did Simon say? That's the real question. Yes. And so yeah, I try to do that way. Try to make it a good friendly stream for everyone. I'm very much a dev noob. I don't... Oh. Epic sax, yo. Thank you, noob. Oh, that's just one of those things. It's just so nice. So nice. So we can see here that these are the chatters. You can see there's a big jump in chatters. There's a big jump in chatters here because we can see that this is more or less when the raid came in, right? 9:16, this UTC, by the way. We can see that this is more or less when the raid came in. So what we're doing by logging the chatters is it allows us to look at the difference between the chatters before the raid and the chatters after the raid. And I'll save you all of the code that we've written to do that stuff, and I'll just show you the end result of what I did on a stream 2 weeks ago, I think, something like that, of what this actually looks like when you compare them. And I would just like to say that I have not seen another tool do this. If you know another tool that can do this, then please send me a message either on Discord. You can come join our Claw Discord and send me a message, or you can just go in the Discord and find me and then leave again. That's totally up to you.
Faith in data, information. Ones and zeros never lie.
Ones and zeros don't lie. That's correct. The charts are still loading here. I don't know why it's taking so long. Yeah, this is about 2 weeks ago. I got a raid and I saw the hands, noob, but actually I'm gonna have to refund them today because I didn't plug in the camera. I'm so sorry. I can wear them, but I'll refund you. How about that? Kilaz, thank you very much for the follow. Oh my gosh, what have you done? Rugmat, no! I'm trying to explain something. Why would you do it now? No, Rugmat, your timing is like, I'm trying to explain the whole point of my product, and now everybody just gets an earful of distorted stream. Hello? Excuse me? What? Why? Hello? Oh, I think it's fine now. Oh, yeah, okay, it's fixed. I'm not a big time streamer at all, TD. Look. Mad Max made, thank you very much. It just adds to the challenge. Look, noob, I will put on the tiny hands, but I can't promise you to do anything with them. Look, okay? I have tiny hands, and normally I would be forced to type with tiny hands right now, but I didn't plug in the tiny camera for the tiny hands to place them on my keyboard. Therefore, I will refund your hands-on, noob, and we can do it next time on Monday.
They're great.
Oh! Rugmat, it's your birthday and you're giving me money? Why would you do such a thing? Oh my gosh. Rugmat, thank you so much for that. 3 months. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Can you hold the keyboard with one hand and type with the other hand? What? You mean like hold the keyboard in the air? No, I don't have time for these shenanigans. I'm trying to explain why the product is important. Happy birthday, Rugmat, and thank you for the sub. Rugmat, you know what you have to do, right? You know what you have to do, right? You have to choose your place on the Mask of Subscription. Fiona, we're gonna have to say goodbye for the moment. She's anyway just sleeping. Rugmat. What color and where is your name going on the Mask of Subscription? You can choose. Is there space on the forehead? Yes, there is. There's a lot of space. The yellow, of course. Ah.
Who's that Pokemon?
Ooh, speaking of yellow, it's Pikachu! Oh my gosh, look at that. It's Pikachu. Let me see which yellow fits better with yours. It's like a sort of golden yellow. Somewhere up there. This yellow. Sorry, it's like this yellow. I know it doesn't zoom, focus. Alright, here we go.
At Strayson, how about Shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Alright, Rugmat, here we go. Rug Matt. Thank you for the bit, Rugmat, as well. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Did it mess up your drop, though? That's the real question. Everybody, if you don't know the drop game, exclamation mark drop and an emote of your choice, optional, of course. And you can try and land on this lovely little tiny pad here. Right here. Here you go, Rugmat.
Karenitis.
Karenitis. Oh yeah, that also works. Very true. Here you go, Rugmat. Thank you. Don't say thanks to me. You're the one who deserves the thanks for the sub. That's really kind. Thank you so much. Really, I'm very flattered. So yes, before we do a quick break, I just want to explain quickly about how this software works. So essentially, to my knowledge, I am the first person on Twitch or around Twitch or whatever to build a product that can show you the difference between your chatters who came in with a raid and your chatters who did not come in from a
Hey
raid.
Drayson, this is what you should call Matty today. Matty_Pooboos.
Yes, please call me Matty Pooboos. Why not? Sure. Okay. Why not? So basically what this shows, this is what's called a burn down. You might know it from software development. Oh, nice. Chris, 50 bits. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Thank you very much. You might know the term burn down from software development. Basically what you do is you would look at how much time it took you to complete a sprint, for example, with all of your tasks in it, development tasks. Burn down charts, shudders. Exactly, Steffi. But in the case of a raid situation, what we're looking at is how long does it take for the raid to reach 0? And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to develop the feature in such a way that all raids are measured in the same way, because they all start with different sizes, as we saw before. Some raids are 5, some raids are 20, some raids are 179. But what you have as a universal thing is the information about how long it takes for a raid to reach set points. And that's what these are. So you have 10% decay of the raid. So basically when is the raid at 90% viewership, 25% decay, 50% decay, 75% decay, and 100% decay. And those things take X amount of minutes, meaning that for each raid, we will then be able to report the same metrics. And we can say, oh, the raid you got from Anthony 17 minutes ago, the 25% decay marker took 6 minutes, for example. The 50% decay marker is outstanding because you're currently at 28% decay, for example. So these aren't filled out yet. And all of this will be wrapped into a front end. And the idea for me is to not present actual numbers to streamers, because nobody wants to read actual numbers. They want to understand what they can take away from those numbers. That's my job as a data analyst. That's what I've been focused on the last 10 years, is making people understand what numbers actually mean and what they can then do as actions from those numbers. So if you know you have 2 or 3 different raids that you can compare to each other, you can say, this raid from this person, this channel, this category, 50% decay took 24 minutes. But then there's another raid that 50% decay took only 10 minutes. That gives you a lot of information to go on to go look at the type of content you were doing at the time and compare it to the type of content that compared to the type of content that you are doing at the time, and enables you to, with those timestamps, to do some post-stream analysis. iProcessor and Harmless Passerby, thank you very much for those follows. If 2 raids happened at the exact same time, would that be for both raids separately shown? No. That is the only problem, is that it is not possible on Twitch to differentiate between 2 raids 100% simultaneously. As soon as they have a sort of 5-minute difference, then yes, it will be possible. There's no actual way to know which user came from which raid specifically. That's the thing. So that's the magic of the app, which is all written in, this is all written in SQL. Oh, cute bunny, we can do that. I will attempt to be cute. Excuse me. I will try to be as cute as I can. 1 second.
Cute bunny on. So I'm trying to do my best cute impression right now. Rugmad. I hope it's enough. Maybe? I hope. Matty Two Shoes, clearly you have to be recording who is in everyone's streams so that you can track who moves where. This is, yeah, I think that's a little bit out of the scope of an app, to be honest. However, of course, if both of those people, if both of those users were streamers and they were both using just in numbers, then maybe there's some potential there to filter out. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Yeah, exactly. If both streamers are using your app, you may be able to correlate users as they move from one to another. Yes, so ideally, like within the science and tech space or software and game dev space, it might be possible if we got enough people using the same app to achieve some level of consistency in some way, yes. But basically when a raid happens, going to that other person's channel and checking chatters is pointless, because it's not going to work. It's going to be too delayed. It's going to be too delayed. It won't work. So basically the secret sauce of the app is basically comparing the raids to each other, comparing chatters to each other at the time of the raid, and looking at who was in chat before the raid occurred, and then who was in chat after the raid occurred, and taking that delta and assigning them to that raid. And of course, if 2 raids happened at the same time, we would have to probably do some kind of we'd have to do some kind of work in the app to assign them to a kind of like a fictitious raid that consists of both of them together. Essentially. Something like that. My next stream title, Raids from Justin Numbers Users Only, please. Exactly. On Halloween, Cute Bunny will be the Donnie Darko mask? I don't know what we're doing on Halloween. It's a very, very, very far... It's a very, very far away thing. Noob. What I can say for sure, not about Halloween, but what I can say for sure is that I will be continuing to work on this on Twitch for some time, because I'm trying to release the first version of the app with this feature, and not in the spreadsheet, to be very clear, as an actual app that you can use to browse my data with the raids, and for you to
give feedback on it and say, yes, I'm not cute anymore, apparently. And you to give feedback on and say, yes, I want to use a feature like this. I think this and this should change, or, you know, all of those things. Will Jin be able to tell me the square root of a McDonald's burger? I do not think that is possible. No. Probably not. Sorry, Rugmat. I'll have to come back to that. We're gonna run a short ad, but I will be more cute, Rugmat, once we get back from this short break. I will take a short break while the ad runs. That way you don't miss anything at all. So stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Gotta, you know, stretch my butt and stuff, you know, that stuff. Yeah, you know, stretch my butt. TD, do you not stretch your butt? You know, like move around your chair a bit. Be like, stretch your butt. You know, a lot of streamers have those like stretch commands, and I just do them on break. I don't feel there's like a big necessity to like show you my stretching or something. You know, it's just stretching. But yes, Rugmat, apparently you would like me to continue to be cute bunny. You only stretch your butt, nothing else. No, I stretch all kinds of stuff, including the butt.
Cute bunny on.
I stretch all the things. Back, legs, all the stuff that you need to stretch, you know? So, wouldn't it be fun now? The raid was a while ago now already. The raid was 34 minutes ago. Wouldn't it be fun if we already did the raid comparison for this one? Wouldn't that be cool? Let's do that. I'm curious what the burn down is like for this raid. So let's get rid of this, because I don't need it. Goodbye. Goodbye, my lover. Although you weren't on camera while stretching, so there's no proof of you actually stretching. Yeah, but that's the thing. Do you really need proof of me stretching? Like, do you really need... Do you need it... Do you need it to be like that... Do you need it to be that you see me stretching? Like, if a tree falls down in the woods, did it really happen? Like, if no one's there. Is that what you mean? Well, yes, because, like, you can look at before and after. If the tree was standing before, and then the tree was there after on the ground, then it obviously happened, right? In theory. I think. Change category to just singing. No! Look, there's so much code on the screen. What do you want, TD? There's so much code here. So let's get the raid timestamp from Anthony. Once again, Anthony, thank you so much. I know you're out for your run. And we're gonna create a little data set here. The first thing we do is generate a series. What does generate series mean? Generate series means we need to understand, like, we have a window around the raid. So what we do is we take the timestamp of the raid, which is somewhere here. This one. I'm actually using insert of that, but that's fine. We take the timestamp of the raid, and then we say, okay, we're gonna chop off the stuff here because we don't need that. We're gonna say, let's say 21/19/15, so we're gonna go down to like 21/19/00 as the start, right? We're gonna minus, let's say, 5 minutes. That's usually what we've been doing, is subtracting 5 minutes. And then what we'll do is we'll take this exact same timestamp
and we'll generate something that's roughly until now. And now I'm, again, no longer cute. So we'll generate something that's roughly until now, which is 9:50 or so. It's about a half an hour. With intervals of 1 minute. What does that mean? When we generate this code here,
Would wold wolf work chase pace lace nathe pave wave lave tave?
probably not. So when we generate this code in SQL, you can see that we have a 1 minute interval on all of these times, okay? That's because we don't want to work with milliseconds. We don't want to work with microseconds. We only want to work on minute intervals. The reason is that everything with Twitch is going to be done to 5 minute intervals. We can't get something more granular than 5 minutes anyway. Realistically, a lot of the stuff is not possible. So we have nanoseconds? Definitely not. That was how many nanoseconds now for my answer? How many did that take? So we have this series. What we do with that series is we truncate all of our chatter data to the minute, and then we put everything up into a data frame, and then we do our raid comparison. So we take that timestamp of the raid, which is 21:14. Actually, the raid was 19. Sorry, we have to be more accurate about this. The raid was 19, and we look at a window of 3 minutes before and 5 minutes after. And basically what that allows us to do, 3 minutes after and 5 minutes afterwards. What we know is that Twitch's chatter update will not tell us anything. Sorry, I made a mistake here. What did it do? Twitch's chatter's endpoint will not give us updates in any higher frequency than 3 minutes. It just doesn't happen, basically. So we say there's a window of 3 minutes. And then we do the same thing here. We look at the time before the raid. We say 19, 3 minutes before to 5 minutes before. This is basically constructing a small time window before. So now if we do here, select star from raid compare, what this will be is a comparison of the chatters from before and after the raid. So this is the comparison. 21:18 is our nearest time log of chatters before the raid, and 22 is our nearest time log of chatters after the raid. That's exactly at the 3 minute mark. Now you could argue that 3 minutes for a raid is a long time, and I would agree with you. And I would tell you that this isn't about being 100% accurate. This is about applying a methodology and using it consistently across all of your raids. that are always measured in the same way, so that in the end you can say, aha, fine, I know that they're not 100% accurate, it's not a reflection of actually 100% reality, but it shows you a trend. And that's the most important thing. Over time, it starts to show you those trends. So we have a RAID comparison, and there will be people who were in here before, and there will people who be here afterwards. And that's what we do with this diff. This is the magic. So we diff everything. We make a diff between the source and the target, and we basically say, who are the raiders? Who are the raiders? If we do raider diff, we can surface the raiders. These are the raiders, according to my tool, which at the moment is 13 rows. Now, if you'll remember, who remembers how big that raid was? That raid was 179 viewers. Now, judging from the view count, we would also see whether 13 is more on the high or on the low side. What's happening here is that probably the update here is either too early or too late, because we're not getting enough of them in there. Let me just double check the actual time of the raid, because maybe we're also misinterpreting that. So I have to look at, where is it pulling the raid from? Chatters, raid compare. Oh, we don't have the actual raid time here. The raid was inserted at, oh, hold on a second, 9:13. Oh, whoops. Excuse me. Okay, I took the wrong time. That explains everything. Obviously, this wouldn't happen when the app is actually built, because I wouldn't be doing this manually. That's to be fair. To be fair. I know a streamer who sings whenever someone says to be fair, and now I started saying to be fair more because I watched their stream. Okay, so the timestamp is not correct. That's fine. We can just flip that. So instead of, what was it? 13. Yeah. So 13 is the timestamp. So we do 13. Oops. Excuse me. This. What the? Why is it deleting the whole string? That was weird. Okay. 13 is the timestamp of the start. And then we're going to go to 50. And then we're going to say, okay, so 13 is the start. That's going to look a little bit differently, chat. That's going to look a little bit different. Let's see what we got now in the select star from Raiders. This should look a little bit different. Oh, 0 rows. Okay, we have to go a bit further up the chain to discover what the problem is. Let's look at the raid compare. Like I said, this app is still under development, which is why it doesn't work perfectly. But every raid I get enables me to fine-tune the app and better design the mechanics. Okay, so we have a 13 source and we have a 16 target. That might actually be the case that we are too early. This is possible that we are too early. We might actually have to extend this to 4 minutes. Might actually have to extend this to 4 minutes. Because the raid was at 13, so we have the timestamp of that raid, which is no problem. But I feel like this is probably too early. There we go. So here, if we put it to 4 minutes, the next one is 17. We could also do some math where we look at when the chatters, we look at all of them and then sort them by the largest chatters object, like the most chatters in the array. That could be a possibility as well. Yeah, in any case, chat, So basically this is the thing, right? Now that we have a diff, this looks more acceptable. We can have here, select. Is anyone familiar with SQL? I don't know how many people write SQL. I'm like one of the only people apparently on Twitch that write SQL. Because I hardly see anyone ever writing SQL. Ah, here we go, chat. Here's the output we want. 130 rows. Now, I should probably move my camera again. Let me see if I can move this over here. So what's really interesting is that we will never match the raid at 100%, especially with larger raids, because all the viewers that come in within that first initial, I don't know, 60 to 90 second window, maybe even less, maybe 30 seconds, people decide to leave the stream, which is fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because 100% is always calculated from the raid size. We know the raid is 179, therefore that is the max. And automatically, chatters is just computed for the rest. So we now have 130 rows. We know that's the maximum chatters that we had from that raid. So what you do is you take all the chatters. Oops, didn't want to do that. You have all the chatters from the raid, and you create a roll-up. And what you do is you say, Anthony writes code. So we obviously this would be done programmatically. You join them together, and you end up, let me show you, chat. You end up with a list that looks like this. And this, my friends, this is a raid burn down. I now can compute that when the raid started, 179, that would be at 2113. That's the 100% mark. Therefore, 179 divided by 2 is 89 and a half.
Is raiding with a party of 20.
Maya! Oh my gosh. That's another big raid. Thank you very much for that, noob. Thank you very much for that shout out. Maya. That's incredible. You normally stream well into the night. You normally stream well into the night. Oh my gosh, I am so surprised to get a raid from you. How was your stream? What were you working on specifically today in Gumroad? I haven't been in your stream a while. I feel bad. You have to be up at 8:30. Oh, you had to be up at 8:30 today, so you're pretty tired. Right. If you don't know Maya, thanks for the shout out, noob, but I would like to play a clip. So let's do that. Let's see if we can get a nice clip.
So much
here.
learning involved, which I love.
It's a very quiet clip, that's for sure. I would say it's very typical of Maya's stream, very chill, very relaxed. I mean, you may need to do some clip maintenance. It's possible. You may need to take out the garden scissors and prune the clips. We all have to clean up the clips after the shoutouts. Welcome in, friends. Very nice to see all of you. It's great having you here, Maya. Really, I really enjoy. And if you want to go off to sleep, I totally understand. 8:30 is very early. No content. Welcome in. Very nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Ivan Ti. Hi to you. Is quite Ryan, welcome in. Nice to see you. Now everyone is blind because of the flash bang. 99% of the clips. Ooh, I didn't know people did clip cleanup. So okay, it's very simple. You can just go to your clips, look for any clip that is one view. The the same title as your stream. And once you look for that, you already know those are probably misclips. The advanced version of Ivan. Ivan TI. I am Ivan T5000. You cannot eliminate me. I am indestructible. That's cool. Like if you at one point you get a little bit cyber augmented, I would love to see you come back as Ivan TI 5000. You should make a bot account called Ivan TI 5000, and then when people make that joke in the stream, you can just bring in your bot account and be like, you know, I've upgraded. You'll just throw Bex at it. What's Bex? Who's Bex? Your partner? I think it's your partner, right? But then again, are a lot of people that go through programming clips? You'd be surprised, I think. No content. I think you'd be surprised, but yes. So most of you might not know me. Maya and I, our streams don't really cross paths a lot. My name is Maddie. I am building a product for streamers live on Twitch. It's called Justin Numbers. Yes, it's a play on Justin TV, that Twitch used to be called Justin TV. And it is essentially a analytics app for streamers. And with the very, very large raid that we got earlier today, which was just under an hour ago at 9:13, I was now able to demonstrate how I am able to actually show the burn down of viewers that came from that raid. So we can see 917, that's the first marker in my app that I have data for. The chat count is 130. Now the chat count is not the same as the viewer count, but what we do is we take the size of the raid, 179 in this case, we take that as the maximum that could have been for that raid, and then we just compute the chat count from that. Because what we basically assume is that everyone who does come in from a raid is connected to chat. That's just an assumption that we're working with. I know it's not the case all the time, but you know, that's just something that we work with as an assumption. So I'm building this to demonstrate the capabilities of how useful it is to have information about your stream that isn't just numbers. I know that the name is ironic because it should be, you know, just in charts or something like that, but you know, just in numbers is a funnier name. Essentially what I'm going to do is take these calculations. So this calculation here, I was just explaining before you all came in. The maximum is 179. So basically 180, let's say, is the maximum. So we would want to compute at what point in time, how long did it take for this raid to reach 50% raid decay? So the 90 viewer mark. So we're saying that's probably here, somewhere between 85 and 92. So basically at the 931, so 931, the raid was at 13. So 31 minus 13, because I'm not very good at math, that's 18 minutes. So for this raid from Anthony, the burn down, 50% burn down was 18 minutes. What about the rest of the burn down? So what about, for example, the 75 mark? So 180 divided by 4 would be increments of 45. So if I do 90 minus 45, so let's say how long did it take to get to the 45 viewer mark? And you can see the most up-to-date information I have currently, more or less, is 53. So there's apparently 53 people in chat from that raid still here, which means we haven't actually reached a 75% decay yet. And that is essentially the core of the app right now, is I'm going to be displaying these markers for each of the raids that you receive to your stream. We automatically log all the data necessary, and we output everything into a nice, clean, really nice looking front end that shows you these 5 data points. So basically 10%, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% decay. And this, for me, when you start comparing different raids to each other using something like this, that enables you to compare those raids, because it's not about the size of the raid anymore. You could technically start classifying all the raids in different sizes too. But yes, currently we're at 38 viewers. So those numbers you have are the chatters and lurkers. That is correct. And I do not care about the view count in this context. I care about how many people from the raid came in. So that's an interesting thing about view count. So we can see here chat count is at 53 from that raid source. We can actually compare the two because we have a stream table. So if we look here, we can see the viewership. We can see that it's not the same. The reason for that is basically Twitch counts viewers differently than chatters, right? Some people are connected to chat, some people are connected to the video player. It's just two very different things, right? So yeah, that's a difference for sure. But we have both. We have the number of chatters and we have the number of viewers, so we can track both information. The viewership itself, computing for the raid, it's not that interesting. Not that interesting. So yeah, that is basically what I'm building. If you'd like to sign up, so if you go to justinnumbers.com, there is a pre-waitlist or waitlist for the app. Basically how it works is you sign up to the waitlist, you give me your email address and your Twitch username. I will invite everyone on the waitlist as soon as the app reaches its alpha, which is when this raid feature is available in a front end for you to look at and play around with. I will invite everyone in that alpha exclusively to that app where you can play around with the data. It'll be all of my data, but you can play around with it and see how useful it is for you. You can give feedback, and I will log all of that feedback and let it flow into a second iteration of the app, which will be like the more official beta, which will be public. And then once that public beta is finished, then we release the actual app. The first 100 people who sign up to the actual production version of the app will never pay for it. I give you that promise. And I've said it many times on stream before, and it's on the website as well. The first 100 users of the app. So waitlisting now, whether you sign up later or not, I don't know yet. Some people might waitlist and then not sign up. The waitlist is not a given for that. What matters is the first 100 users of the final product, just in numbers, with their account and their sign up and everything, those first 100 users will not pay for it. So yeah, that's just my way of giving back to the community. I could not have built this app without the help of the community here on Twitch. My community, everyone else who comes in from other streams and joins and becomes part of this community, like all of these different tech micro communities joining together ultimately. So that's my way of giving back to small streamers like myself who want to know more about what's happening on their stream. And I think this is one of the most interesting and actionable things from your stream. If you know, because raids are such a core part of growth on Twitch, they are completely uncalculated to some extent, mostly, but they're such a core component of growth on Twitch that not doing something for them first felt wrong for me. So yeah, I thought it was important to do something really about raids and not just show you when a raid occurred and how big it was, but actually show you this raid brought in X and this is how long it took for that viewership to decay on your stream. And I think that's very valuable because when you start comparing different raids to each other, you can look at your content at the time and you can look at, you can go through your VOD and you can look at the timestamp, right? And you can look at the content of the other person who rated you, what channel they were in, what category they were in, and you can decide for yourself what that means for you. So if I was presented with that information now, let's do a dry run of this, and then I'm gonna probably start calling it a night. Somewhere here there's my raid stuff. So let's go up to 15 because we have data. Poggies, Mary, how are you? Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Mary. Are you doing well? I hope so. So if I had to compute stuff for this now, we could actually make the computations and say, okay, so the chat count, and then we can do the same thing here. We can say divided by 179.0. It's a little hack that you can do to say as raid percentage, for example. Okay, so we have a number now. Yes, I'm doing good. I've been busy with work in the last days. Yes, I'm doing okay, Mary. Startup stuff is tough for sure, definitely, but it's going okay. We have a lot of ideas, so that's cool. And well, you can see the stream project is pretty cool. So I'm going to do an analysis now. Like that's the last 10 years I've been working in data analysis. Colonial Masmarika, thank you very much for the follow, and I hope I didn't butcher your name too much. So basically, what we have is a timestamp and a percentage. This is the most important thing for us. So we have a timestamp, which is X minutes after the raid. So we can actually make it a little bit easier to read for us. We can say day second minus 1 second. I think we can do, oh no, it's date diff, isn't it? Date diff. I never remember which one is the smaller one and which one is the bigger one. We're about to find out. We're about to find out which one is the bigger one. Oh, I need to adjust my group by 1, 2, and 3. Is it not called date diff? Date diff. Okay. Date diff. Why doesn't that work? What's the error? Let's see what the error is. Date diff timestamp without time zone unknown. What the? I always mess up date diff. Always. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Date diff. Day and then something. I'm sorry if it's going to be light mode. Possible. Ah! Blinding! There's no function. What? Excuse me? Date diff doesn't exist as a function? This is not true. I know there's a date diff function. Ah, this is not light mode. That's nice. Date diff. Now, time of day, quarter, day of year, day of week, current month. Why is it doing this? Difference between 2 years. Difference between two. Oh, do you just minus them? Or maybe we should just minus them then. Okay, we could just minus them. Okay, so we'll do day second minus that. probably have to make this a timestamp. Okay. Yeah, that works. Works for me. So this is going to be... 1 second, Mary. 1 second. I'm just going to clean this up so that we can do an analysis of the raid that I got today. All right. So here's the analysis of the raid. We're going to do time diff. I'm not going to look at the actual numbers. I'm only going to look at the time difference of the raid and the percentage. Probably have to group that or not. Okay. Here we go. So eventually it's going to be in the actual product itself, which you can find a waitlist form on justinnumbers.com. Thank you, Chris, for joining. If you orchestrated the raid, thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate you for doing that. It's very, very kind that you orchestrated that. So here we see 4 minutes. We see that the raid is at 73% of its original size. Okay, that's fine. It's not a problem. The next marker we see for the 50% marker is somewhere between here. So it took between... Yes, I needed raid data, absolutely. This was a really great use case for my app. I really appreciate that, absolutely. Of course, it's great to have more people in here, but like for the app development, this is fantastic. You can't make this stuff up. This is production data, so you have between 17. So it took between 17 and 18 minutes to reach 50% raid decay. The next marker that would interest me, so 75% was reached basically instantly. It took 17 or 18 minutes to reach 50%. And the next marker that interests me is 25%. We haven't reached 25% yet, which tells me a lot. It tells me essentially of the total amount of people that came in with the raid. Ultimately, the number here isn't relevant anymore. Could have been 200, could have been 2,000. Basically, a lot of people took that decision within the first 15 minutes of whether they want to stay for my content or not. And that's half, right? Half the people took that decision. And the other half stayed for that content. Generally speaking, there aren't any major dips, and we can actually do a comparison to the previous field as well. If we do lag, oh right, lag over. Sorry. Window function. So we can do 72 point. 1 second, I have to clean this up because it's not great to do this. So we can say this minus this. It's a bit silly to round it twice, but whatever, we're just, just faffing around. Lag over minus round. Ah, it's the other way. Sorry. I think it needs to be in between. Yeah. So what you can see here is the differences, right? So you can see the jumps, basically the jumps between each of these minutes, if you will, each of the time differences. Here it's a bit misleading because we have time jumps of like 7, 9, 10, 11, and then 12 is missing. But yeah, in the real app, you would have a clean time output. But basically here, there's a big jump here. So basically that tells me first 7 minutes, a lot of people are taking that decision, whether they stay or not. But there's still quite a few people taking that decision up until sort of 15 to 20 minutes. It's taking them to decide if they want to stay. And then there aren't any really large jumps. If you look at this, it's like 0.04, 0.01, 1%, 1%. There's a 3% jump here. But basically, this is a completely steady decline. And that is really interesting because if you can retain, let's say 1 hour into the raid, if you can retain 30% of the raid viewership, that becomes a marker for you. So for me personally, I know Anthony codes a lot at a very high level. I don't code at a very high level. I'm more developing a solution at the moment, and I don't need to write a lot of code for it. I'm still figuring out a lot how things are working. So I know for some of the people coming in from the raid, for some of you, who probably aren't here anymore, to be fair, but if you are still here, that's great. For some of you, that's not the right content for you. That's fine. And it also, in some cases, doesn't have anything to do with content. It just purely has to do with time. You watched Anthony streamed for I don't know how many hours, and now you wanna go do something else, or you wanna watch something else, and that's fine too. So people can consume however they want, ultimately, but this becomes a marker. And that marker is really interesting because it enables you to start benchmarking your content for yourself, not against any other streamers. It just starts, you start to get benchmarking your content. And that's what I think is so powerful about something like this. And this is just one feature of many, 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 many ideas that we have for the app. We can see here, 1 hour, 11 minutes. Here's the 25% marker. Thank you to whoever left, by the way, for doing that. Basically, it took 1 hour and 11 minutes to reach 75% rate decay. And for me, that's a very acceptable figure. For so many of you to stick around, for a quarter of you to stick around 1 hour and 10 minutes into another stream from another streamer you might not have known before, that's a sign of trust. It's I think, a really cool thing. So thank you for watching. And on that note, I think we will wrap things up for today. I would just like to show you before we go, I just need to blur this for a second so I can bring up the overall, let's say, plan for the one second. I'm trying to sign into Miro, and sometimes that's a bit buggy. This is my secret hacking screen. I'm obviously not hacking right now, to be fair. Okay, I think while Miro is taking a while to load this board, but I can show you already what I'm doing. So I would like to present to you, this is the planning board that I'm using in Miro for my app. And basically what I'd like just to show you, if you're on the fence about whether it's useful or not, what we're doing now is building one feature out of this section of 3 main features that the app will have eventually. The app is going to have a health indicator of your current stream. So at any time you can run, the whole point is that this is in real time, right? So you have this being updated every 5 minutes. So you have At any point in time, you can have it open in OBS, you can have it open in a browser next to you. At any time, you can glance over, and the health indicator will be composed of multiple different factors. So, for example, based on percentage of viewers who've chatted, average time in the channel for each viewer there, total stream time as a factor. There's a lot that's possible there. Number of modded messages. There's quite a few things that we could do there. That's still very far away. Then we have major contributing activities. That is one of the core features that we're working on right now, and audience analysis. That is about understanding which users are leading conversations or starting conversations, which users are giving subs, gifting, etc. Like who's bringing monetary value to the stream. Like those are also important things. I'm not saying it's just about viewership and just about raids and just about chats. It's also about monetary for some people, and I understand that because I do stream. And basically these are all the different data sources we have, and there's a whole backlog of ideas, and what we're doing right now is exactly this. We have everything running, and we are fetching the relevant data and modeling all of this data so that it works correctly, logs everything the right way, and then we will build the front end. We will build the raid decay as a feature in the front end, and then it will be released. And I do not know exactly when that will be, but yes, that is kind of just for you to understand like my thought process about how I'm building this. I want to build this single feature and then get feedback. I do not want to build 3, 4, 5, 10 different features over the course of 2 years and then release it, and then half of those things don't fit for people. You know what I mean? Just because I think sentiment analysis would be cool, that's like where you analyze the mood of your chat based on the words being used, doesn't mean a lot of people would want that. That's just something I think. And that's right, Steffi, MVP, minimum viable product. So yeah, that is basically the idea. There's some architecture stuff in here about what we're going to be doing it. We're probably going to be using initially for the data viz part. Sorry, I'm jumping a bit. For the data viz part, we're probably going to be using chart.js in the front end with something pretty vanilla in the beginning. We might go to a more embedded solution later with like really cool charts where you can do your own things, but the charts are not that important ultimately. It's really about the interpretation for me. So yeah, that is what I wanted to show all of you. The hack to get mirror in dark mode is just to make a giant square, a giant rectangle that's dark, and then you have Miro in dark mode as well. So I hope that was useful for some of you if you were interested. And that would be the way to wrap up for today. So on my channel, what I do to wrap up stream is I spend a few minutes at the end of the stream to say thank you to everyone. And I do that by playing some fun music and going through a list of people who have contributed to the stream.
Garbage.
Let's try that again, chat. Should we try that again? I feel like we should try that again. Go back to the scene. I think we have to redo this. I think we have to redo this again. Okay, we're gonna end stream. Here we go. So now we can do this properly without interruption. Could someone give me a favorable background for
Garbage.
Y'all are just so savage. Y'all are just so savage. Honestly. at least give me a good background so we can read out all of the beautiful people who have contributed to the stream today. Do you want a nice background of more garbage? No, not really. Not really. No, not really. Oh, that actually works. That actually works, funnily enough. So I would like to extend my most sincerest thanks. There, you have a nice background. This is you leaving. Yeah, this is what it's like when I leave. People throwing trash my way. Nice. Nice background. Lovely.
Garbage.
Lovely garbage. All of you are lovely. Rugmat and Blue Squid that was gifted, I know, that noob. Thank you everyone for that. I appreciate that. Thank you to all of my new followers. Clooney, Las Marica, Harmless Passerby, iProcessor, Mad Max Made. We'll have to do another loop of the song. Kidlaj, Anthony Writes Code, Peluca00, Dragon Mike Z, Mostly Coding, Pins Are Good, Tor Marks, Username Auden, K Mercs 313. Thank you for those follows. Jax as well. Jax, solid. Thank you very much for that last minute follow in there. That's very appreciated. Thank you, Chris and Rugmat and Ian, for all of those biddies. And of course, thank you to everybody else in chat today for all of your support. That's very, very important to me that you understand that you as a viewer are also very important to me. It's not just about monetary stuff at all. I actually donate 99% of my revenue anyway. It's really, for me, it is definitely about yeah, it's about being here as a community and background piece. It's about being here as a community and standing for each other and helping each other out. So yes, I'm going to take you to someone who is going to give you everything you need to know about what is happening in the streamer world. And that person is currently watching a very, very, very interesting video. And that person is, of course, none other than Zach Bussey. And Zach is Canadian, so please show Zach the love that I know all of you can show. Be appreciative, and I will see all of you on Monday for more garbage antics. And thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Well, that's awkward. Now we have to wait until we can actually click the message. It's very awkward. Probably should have done it earlier. It's really awkward. Now I stop the music and we have to wait until the raid starts, and then it's like, I don't know.
Garbage.
Pretty garbage.